Hey everybody, welcome to episode 41 of the return policy. On today's episode, I'm kind of doing a preview episode of things that I thought was interesting or enticing, either that was announced before E3, during E3, or maybe even some things after E3. Besides that, I hope everybody had a very enjoyable E3 now that all the announcements have been made, expectations were met or unmet. But overall, I hope everybody had a enjoyable E3 this past week. So as I mentioned a little bit earlier, this episode's not going to be a mini review in particular, but I wanted to do kind of a preview episode of things that I did find interesting and things that may crop up as a future review. And so I just kind of want to go down my own little wish list on things I want to try out for some future episodes of the return policy. The first one is actually something that was announced prior to E3 by Nintendo themselves, and it's for the Nintendo Switch adjustable charging stand. And so since there was quite a bit of people had issues with the original dock or the dock that comes packaged with your Nintendo Switch, whether they were affecting the screens or maybe manufactured different, so it was actually affecting your console itself. This was actually a pretty good call on Nintendo's part to produce this adjustable charging stand, and so it's kind of cool, small, and it's technically portable for that kind of travel friendly size. And so it's not too expensive at $19.99 US, and definitely not as bad as the the $90 asking price of the separate dock. Well, that did come with an AC adapter, but still asking for $90 US after spending $300 US to pick up your Nintendo Switch console is kind of a stretch and a bit of an ask. And so this one is definitely kind of on my radar to do a future review. This next one is pretty interesting. A friend had recommended it, and this one is the Skull & Co. Grip case set for the Nintendo Switch. And since I am super excited and interested on all things, grip kind of cases with giant hands and better, ergonomics, the Skull & Co.'s definitely seemed like a obvious choice to try out. And so this one, and along with they have certain thumb grips that they also produce for your Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons, and I'm definitely interested in trying that one out in a future review. And so that one definitely will make the list in a future episode. So the next one was actually announced during E3 and by Nyko themselves. And it looks like they're kind of jumping on the bandwagon for the Nintendo Labo kind of series. And so they designed a cardboard style setup for your Nintendo Switch to kind of mimic an arcade style cabinet, complete with kind of ball style joysticks for your Nintendo Joy-Cons. And so it kind of looks interesting. I'm not too sure if I want to jump headfirst into that gimmick right from the start, but it is Nyko, and to be honest, their reputation has been kind of iffy lately, especially with the in my case, the third-party dock and just things that I'm reading, and especially that metal kickstand that they created. And so that one actually damaged my Nintendo Switch, so I'm kind of take a backseat and kind of see how the initial reviews for this kind of cardboard style retro arcade kit that Nyko designed, and I'll kind of play it by ear and make a decision then. This next one is actually kind of a big boy. This one was I think it was crowdfunded, and it was definitely announced prior to E3 and fully funded, and it's actually up for sale. But it is the Oho kind of a game projector for the Nintendo Switch. And so I already like the gimmick, and since you can pop in your Nintendo Switch, it actually has a battery built in, and it works for your Nintendo Switch, so I want to give it a shot. It is kind of pricey, definitely pricey, about the same price, no, actually more than your Nintendo Switch. It goes for about $399 US. So it's a heck of an impulse to do kind of a review, and I don't know, be emptying my my bank account just to try that out. But I want to check it out, read a few more reviews, and kind of do my research before completely impulse buying a projector for my Nintendo Switch. But essentially, with the games that are announced, that's coming out, it's very party mode friendly. You know, you got Super Mario Party. You have Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, and you have, you know, especially Fortnite and things like that, and games like those. Why wouldn't you kind of be enticed to set this sucker up, point it at a hopefully conveniently blank wall or blank sheet, and being able to project your Nintendo Switch in cool fashion. But yeah, that definitely caught my eye, and for that price tag, it's a heavy impulse, but you never know. I might just give it a shot and order one for a future return policy review. So another set of accessories that were announced during E3 was actually from one of my favorite companies, 8-Bit Do, and since I did a few reviews on their third-party Bluetooth controllers for the Nintendo Switch, including even the arcade stick for the Nintendo Switch, this year they actually announced a few more controllers, pretty cool themed, based on previous Nintendo consoles, including the Nintendo 64, even the old Game Boy Colors, or Game Boy Pockets actually, and these definitely look enticing to try out, and they look heck of a lot more ergonomic than previous controllers. But I definitely want to give it a shot, and there's even one tiny little one that looks like it fits on a keychain. So if that works for your Nintendo Switch, your computer, your iPad, it's kind of enticing to try it out. And also they had another product that came out recently, but in the past, was their USB adapter, so you can use different kinds of controllers. I did a review on that previously, but wasn't too happy with the results. I might give the 8-Bit Do adapter a shot for a future episode of the return policy. And so next one, if I haven't conveyed it enough enough already from previous reviews, I am a sucker for different cases and accessory cases for my Nintendo Switch, or actually for a lot of products that I own. And so one of my favorite grip cases was actually the Mamba Rugged case. And just kind of looking around Amazon, I noticed that Mamba also designed a heavy duty case that actually protects your Nintendo Switch with the Mamba Rugged case. And so it's kind of like the best of both worlds, having a really good grip case and also having a case that can hold, you know, your cartridges and whatnot, and keep everything very protected. And so this this product will probably definitely be in a future review. So stay tuned for that one. So in the same vein as Nyko's cardboard retro arcade kit that they announced for the Nintendo Switch, they also announced a slew of other accessories during E3 for the Nintendo Switch, and that kind of includes certain things like a new intercooler. Looks like it lays the console on its side now, so better air ventilation so it doesn't overheat. A new kind of a third-party controller. One of my least favorite things that Nyko has created for the Nintendo Switch, the kickstand. I did a review previously on the metal one and definitely was not a fan. And they have announced 3 new ones, 3 plastic style ones in a 3-pack. If I can recommend anything to avoid, and I am definitely not going to do a review on that one in the future, it's going to be these Nyko kickstands, and I'd probably say avoid these if you can. But sometimes you might be enticed. But if you can avoid them, go ahead and avoid them. And so that's it pretty much for today's episode. I just really kind of wanted to give that sneak peek preview on things that I find interesting that I'll probably do a future review on for the return policy. And while I'm either in the process of reviewing things, I usually take about a good week to week and a half to really mess around with the product that I'm reviewing, spending the money on especially, and I kind of really want to put it through its paces until I can give a definitive a personal opinion on why I think the item that I'm reviewing is either worth keeping it or returning it, the whole gimmick that I'm offering. And this is just kind of like a preview episode of all the things search around E3, search around Amazon, things that I like. And so I just want to say thanks for taking the time to watch this preview episode. Sorry, there's no actual review. Hopefully that'll be coming in a lot sooner or later. Hopefully sooner. But if you do have any other suggestions on things you'd like me to try and review, or some things that have caught your eye and you think I'd be interested in taking a look at it too, please feel free to let me know either in the comments or whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty much the episode. Just want to say thanks again for taking the time to watch this. Hopefully I can see you again on the future, or if you see my face on a preview or a thumbnail while you're scrolling through YouTube, hopefully it shows up for any kind of future reviews or even past reviews. But thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.